My name is Michael Potts, and I live and sail this Scepter 36-foot sailboat. It's been one hell of a season. So much has happened. So much has gone awry. But I keep moving forward, and I'm bringing all of you with me. If sailing was easy, everyone would be out here doing it. Subscribe to the channel as we go on a sailing adventure of a lifetime. Join me as I live on the fringe of society, in anchorages, marinas, and on oceans all over the world. Together, let's learn how to sail this old boat and find out what it really means to be free. Let's get into the video.
Alrighty, boat's a mess, and I've dug through all of the systems and given everything a check. I put some electrical grease on all the connections. I had to replace some fuses that blew when the water level rose, and touch some wires. So I've had an overwhelming response with the last video, and there's a number of people have reached out to me. I want to say thank you to Wade Carr. Thank you so much for your donations and your help. It means everything to me. And at this point, you know, this little extra bit of funds that people are sending make a huge difference. And I feel an obligation and a responsibility to push it a little further. And I think that I've decided that's what we're gonna do. Now, I'm currently headed into the Raw Bar. I'm still in Lake Sylvia here. And I'm gonna go into the Raw Bar and meet a friend, Scott. And Scott's gonna give me a handheld radio. And that right there will save me $130. He's gonna give me an extra one that he has. And I greatly appreciate that. So what's the plan? I have gone through all the systems on the boat. The hull is sealed up and holding with Marine Techs. It seems to be fine. And I'm not gonna show that because I'd get murdered in the comments, because I'm sure there's a million ways you can seal a hole in a fiberglass boat, right? So, and I'm not a fiberglasser, I'm not a professional. So it's fixed, and the dinghy's holding air, engine's running well. I think it's time that we move on. Now, there is a public dock here in Fort Lauderdale. I'm gonna show you guys in this video. I'm gonna quickly go there tonight at night and clean the deck. It's because you get free water. I'm gonna fill up with water, and we're gonna head further south to Miami. There seems to be a window in about 6 days from now where I could cross. So I'm gonna put myself in that situation. I'm gonna go back to my favorite provisioning spot, which is the Walmart in Hollandale Beach. I'll show you guys that in this video. And basically what I'm gonna do is just keep at it. You know, I'm gonna get everything topped up: diesel, fuel, gas, propane, do all my checks, and put myself in a situation where I can take advantage of another window to cross the Bimini. Now, I don't think we'll get to Georgetown like I wanted to this season, but at the very minimum, I'd like to try and get to Chub Cay, maybe Nassau. I have to go further than I did last season, just for my own mental sanity. And I really want to make videos for you guys. My idea was that I could go and be on a tropical island and just drop the hook and get creative and make some cool content for you guys. That's all I really want to do. And then after that, we got to head home to Canada, I think, because this boat needs a major haul out and at least a 3-month repair. And that's what's really due on this boat. I need to invest a bunch of money in the one thing that I own. So that's it. So without further ado, let's go over to the Raw Bar and meet Scott, grab this radio, and over the next couple days, we're going to get out of here, head south to Miami, and put ourselves in that position where we can, as soon as that window opens up, you jump through the window, and suddenly you're in paradise. All right, let's go to the Raw Bar. I'm going to show you guys this really cool bar. You can go there and pay your dinghy, pay $10 to park your dinghy. Look at that beautiful boat. I dropped a water jug here. I'm gonna grab it. So this is a really cool place. You guys will love this. Stick around, it's gonna be fun. All right, so this is the little finger that goes to Raw Bar right here. I'll point that out on a map. Now there's this public dock right here. It actually has a pump out machine, but you need to have a fitting in order to, like one of those 1/4-inch fittings. See that? Hello. So anyway, I just talked to the police and they said that I could pull up here tonight when it's not busy and hose my boat down. So last time I was here doing that, the guy that said he was like in charge of the place told me to leave, and I was like, well, why? And the guy was rude to me. But you just got to be careful in Florida. There's lots of bureaucracy and lots of laws and government things. Hello. So be careful. Anyway, there's the Raw Bar down there. Let's go meet Scott. I'm also gonna fill these tanks, get some propane, get rid of some garbage, and tonight we'll come back to this public dock. This is absolute boater's paradise. Look at this. Just yachts as far as you can see. All the Raw Bar's down there. Wow. This is Peretti's yacht basin right here. Yacht facility. Wow. Like, man, if I had one of these boats, you know, you'd be surprised how far you can get on a budget. But to own one of these yachts, I mean, it's a power boat. I would never, ever, ever own a power vessel, but look at this place. And it's crazy. Lots of nice sailboats and a Raw Bar. Alrighty. Alright, so this is the Raw Bar, and you can park your dinghy here anytime you want for $10, or you can spend $10 at the restaurant. There's also a dive store, and right across the way there's a Winn-Dixie. I mean, this place is great. All right, so they got propane at the Winn-Dixie. They got everything you need. So we're gonna dock right here. Get at her. Oh, sorry. All right, so I got the 2 tanks filled for $20, which is good, at the Brownies dive spot. And this is the Raw Bar. And they got really great food here. It's $10 to dock your dinghy. And the Winn-Dixie's right here. I'll take you over to the Winn-Dixie right now. Oh, Winn-Dixie. Everything you need's right here. It's a great spot. I'm here with Scott and Michelle, and they brought me a radio. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Awesome. Well, we're leaving the Raw Bar. I had lunch with Scott and Michelle, and he gave me the radio, and it's so nice to meet other people and other subscribers. Thanks again, Scott and Michelle, appreciate it. Thanks for the lunch.
Well, there I was back on my floating home EV. Another night swinging around on the hook in this beautiful place, Fort Lauderdale, Lake Sylvia. In the morning, I was back at it. I decided to wake up at 3 a.m. and get Evie into the Fort Lauderdale public dock to give her a good scrub down and cleaning. I don't suggest being out on the ICW at night, but I know these waters well. Plus, you won't get very far anyway, because all the bridges are closed. I'm here at the public dock, and I managed to scrub the boat down a little bit. Didn't really make that much of a difference, to be honest, but there is a public dock here. It's just up the raw bars down there. The main bridge for Fort Lauderdale, and the exit to the ocean is right there. It's a great little spot. You're allowed to be here for 25 minutes. I talked to the police and they were like, yeah, just come later on. This is usually a really busy place. They got people that come in here all day long, fishermen launching their boats. So yeah, it's good to the only thing that works on a boat by far is all off. It's a spray. I used dish soap and it didn't do that great of a job, but it's a start. The whole point is to clean the solar panels off, get the salt off everything. So anyway, let's continue on. We're gonna head south now to Hollandale Beach, so let's go sailing. So we just went through the Fort Lauderdale big bridge there, which actually had enough clearance, but they're opening anyway. So a bit of gust of wind there. There's a bunch of cats in front of me. One huge cat. I mean, the thing must have been a $5 million cat way up there. Anyway, the Fort Lauderdale cruise terminal, which is right here, you have to be careful. And I've gotten in trouble for just going too close to the ships. I mean, I cut in and was like, I think it was my first time coming through Fort Lauderdale, second time, I think, and I got in trouble. The cops came and said, you can't be here, you're in a secure area, blah, blah, blah. And I got a bit of a smack on the wrist. So be careful when you're in this terminal here. Look at all the cruise ships. Brings me back to my days when I worked on cruise ships as an officer and on the Adventure of the Seas. So now I got to make the decision. Am I going to go out to sea and get to Miami, or am I going to take the ICW? And my best option here is just to take the ICW. Why? Because I got to go to Hollandale Beach. Hollandale Beach is a fantastic place to provision, and in that little spot, which you've seen in many of the videos, I can scrape down my hull and do an inspection. I filled my tanks yesterday, so boat's all cleaned up, everything's all repaired. All we got to do is get all the way down to Hollandale Beach, and then once we're provisioned up, we'll go to Miami and we'll wait for a window to cross back in the Bahamas. Day sail, I made it to Hollandale Beach, where I plan on doing some provisioning. And after almost sinking my sailboat in the last episode, it was key to get back out on the water and put things behind me. I'd like to thank everyone who commented in the last video, and thank you to all my digital crew, my Patreon supporters. Thank you. You are what makes these videos possible. And if you want to feel connected to the sailing community and join my Patreon, there's a link in the description below. There are videos that are not on YouTube, on Patreon. And in one of those videos, I show you a device that could save you thousands of dollars when buying a sailboat. Thanks for being with me, crew. Remember to like and subscribe and comment down below. Captain Michael signing out. I'll see you in the next video.